Fox News Alert, Israel is responding to threats coming from two of its borders this morning as hundreds of airstrikes continue in Gaza. And Israeli forces releasing this video today of the moment an airstrike killed 4 people trying to plant a bomb on the Israel-Lebanon border while Iran is also making threats. You are watching Fox and Friends First on this Tuesday morning. I'm Carly Shimkus.
And I'm Todd Pyro. President Biden headed to Israel tomorrow as the U.S. readies 2,000 non-combat troops for a potential deployment. Relief convoys gathered near the Egypt-Gaza border, waiting to deliver food and emergency supplies to the 2 million civilians in Gaza who badly need it. And on the other side of the fence, hundreds of people desperate to get out. Brooke Singman has more on the president's visit to the Middle East. Brooke.
Hey guys, President Biden will travel to Israel tomorrow where he will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, this trip will make him the first head of state to visit Israel since Hamas launched their deadly attacks on October 7th. He'll then head to Jordan to meet with Arab leaders, including the Palestinian Authority president, about the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The White House says the trip will also serve as a warning to other countries in the region not to take advantage of the vulnerable situation. Listen.
President Biden will underscore our crystal clear message to any actor, state or non-state, trying to take advantage of this crisis to attack Israel. Don't. To that end, he's deployed 2 aircraft carrier groups and other military assets to the region.
Despite reports that Biden's visit could delay Israel's ground invasion into Gaza, the IDF says that is not the case, with 300,000 Israeli troops remain lined up, ready to strike at any time.
The president is here to show his support for Israel and that he stands with Israel, our right to defend ourselves. The president also said that Hamas needs to be destroyed, and that is exactly our military aim. We want to dismantle Hamas and make sure that never again will any terrorist organization in Gaza have the ability to perform the atrocities that Hamas did.
This as our military readies to potentially put more boots on the ground in the Middle East. More than 2,000 troops have been ordered to be on standby for a possible deployment to Israel. And a defense official confirming an additional group of 2,000 Marines and sailors with the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit are headed towards the Israeli coast. The MEU has been operating in the Middle East before the Hamas attack earlier this month, and the group acting as a show of force to deter groups like Iran. As far as we know, the U.S. service members headed towards Israel will provide medical support for Israeli forces, not for combat. Carly, Todd.
All right, Brooke Singman live for us this morning. Brooke, thank you. And look, you certainly love the president to go overseas and appear presidential, a show of strength, a show of American support. But there are a lot of people who are more laser focused on the war effort, who are questioning, is this the right move at the right time? Is it going to appear that the president is going to try to, I'm not necessarily saying broker a ceasefire, but try to insinuate that maybe Israel should do less than it is currently doing? And obviously, Israelis don't believe that. Israelis want to counteract the violence that they've been subjected to over the last week and a half with a show of force that the world has never seen.
Yeah, well, if you talk to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he would not agree with those critics whatsoever because he invited the president to Israel. And I think it shows how important this relationship between Israel and the United States is. To send a president into a war zone at the start of the war is no small thing. There are so many security factors that play into this as well. So that is a bit of concern. John Kirby was asked about that yesterday, and he mentioned that it took the president about a year to visit Ukraine, and the security situation was much different there with the capital city Kyiv being bombed. So hopefully this will be much safer, and all of those factors obviously play into the president and the Biden administration saying yes to this visit. But I mean, if you think about what the United States is doing right now, sending the president to Israel, 2,000 troops on standby, being told to be ready to be deployed at any moment. There's also an additional 2,000 Marines and sailors who are already in Kuwait, now heading closer to Israel. And all of this is to deter Iran and show a show of force, saying don't even think about escalating the situation.
Yeah, the chronology is definitely fascinating because, to your point, you always have the president heads of state visiting places after the fact, after hostilities have really taken hold. And here we are still waiting for Israel to begin its counteroffensive there in Gaza. And yet, look, the president could be visiting in the next 24
Absolutely.
hours.
There's also one other thing I wanted to mention, and it has to do with the hostage situation. A spokesperson for Hamas released a statement yesterday saying that Hamas is ready to release non-Israeli hostages once the on-ground conditions permit. So you have to wonder how to read into that situation. You hear from Trey Yangst and others saying, I mean, Hamas lies all the time, but for them to release that statement, I'm sure gives a lot of people hope this morning that they could see their family members soon.
Of course, without a doubt, hope, but you have to listen to the Trey Yangst and the other experts on the world who say never believe a word that Hamas says.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yep. All right.